Guys, I've been trying to learn the resilient Jenkins, and I had been watching a couple of, reaction channels, and that's not a way to get her. That's not fair to either the word resilient or the Jenkins to let someone else kind of be the go between and my conversation. So I went right to their Facebook page, and you should check it out. Right, they got a lot of really good content. So I just wanted to check her out today and kind of like figure out what's all the brouhaha about this specific family. So I'm gonna let her speak for herself a little bit. This is just right off her Facebook page. So let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear what she's got to say. Let me get this to the beginning here because I kind of prepped it. And okay.
So apparently it made zero difference that I made a disclaimer on all of the products that I posted stating like I seek these products out myself. It's not a brand associated with me in any way. So going and giving a bunch of negative energy and negative reviews to a brand and just trying to like shut down any opportunity I have with having opportunities with the brand.
Mm-hmm.
It's just childish behavior. It's ridiculous, but I find it even
Yeah, I
worse
mean
when
that's
people
kind of the unfortunate part of having haters. Right? I'm going to talk about why she gets us a little bit because like, you know, your brand is a little bit of hatred, right? Not that you're hating on people, but I feel like you're doing a little bit of like that's kind of why people are watching you. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if you guys started off your channel with like, okay, people are gonna like it's the why do people like you, right? And it's a marketing trick like that people have been using for a long time. Not a trick, but it's either or. Either you watch something because you really love it, or you watch it because you really hate it, right? Like you know, I wasn't a Michael Jordan fan, right? I was like in the other half of the Michael Jordan. Not that he wasn't great. I was never arguing his greatness, and he's maybe the greatest player ever. But I wasn't rooting for him. I wanted him to lose. I was tired of them and their empire, right? It's just sports stuff, right? Nothing personal. So while half the people were watching because they wanted to watch Michael Jordan win, the other half of us were watching it because we wanted him to lose. And together, you get a really big, diverse audience that's tuned into the games, right? Like I remember watching the play. This is way back. Like they were going for like championship number 5 or something like that. So they were like really into like we killing the league. And I was out. I was in LA somewhere, and I just remember there was a bunch of TVs. Like maybe it was in front of like an electronics store. I was out on the street, right, going either going to a restaurant or something. And the game's on, and there's all these people outside the store watching the game because it looked like Miami. This is like I think it's when they had Steve Smith. So back in the day, right? So it's all the Jordan fans and all the Jordan haters, right? And the Jordan, and again, Michael Jordan deserved all the accolades that he got, right? I'm not taking nothing away from him, but that's the ecosystem. And Michael Jordan understood it that like it's like the Yankees, right? The Yankees are called the Evil Empire, or they used to be called the Evil Empire in Major League Baseball. And it made baseball great because not only did you have all the New York fans who were rooting for their team, right, their home city, you had everybody who was like, I'm tired of the Yankees. So she's playing both sides. Like, that's what you get. And, it's part of it. I get it. It's hate. Like, people going to hate on you, right?
out to me and just be like, well, we don't want to be associated with you in any way. We want you to take down the video because what? You didn't expect no negative response.
First of all, that's a double negative right there. You didn't expect no negative. Yeah, they did expect no negative. And it's not that they didn't expect no negative, it's that they got their own negative, so they don't need your negative stuff. And I get what she's doing. She's like, oh, I want to be an affiliate, so I'll be posting some brands, right? And they're like, yeah, we don't want you to be associated. We don't want people to think about you when they think about us. And that's it, man. Like they're very specific about who remember when they went out and got Shaq to promote the General, right? General Insurance. It's because they're like, yeah, people like Shaq. They could have gone out and got Karl Malone. They didn't. And there's a reason for that. Like Shaq and Karl Malone are both NBA players, both big guys, right? Shaq, won championships. Malone was like number 2 or 3 in scoring all time. We don't see Malone in no kind of commercials, right? Because even though they tried, people found out people don't like Karl Malone. So I don't want you in our product because the I don't like you leaks into the product. It's at its it's a psychological thing, right? So you can't be offended. You're just like, come on, man. Y'all live in the motels. They don't want that to be their brand. They really don't, right? It's the same thing with like mukbangs. Like they don't want to see fat people. Like here's my restaurant is Zaxby's, right? I'm in the South right now, guys. My restaurant is Zaxby's. If I see a commercial and I'm watching and I see a bunch of fat people eating at Zaxby's, I'm gonna be like, yeah. Psychologically, subconsciously, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I don't want to eat there. Just because I don't want to be fat, right? If I go to your restaurant and it looks like the food is good and everybody who eats at your restaurant and loves your restaurant is still fit, I'm like, okay, I can eat there and still be fit. Might not be true, right? But like, so if I'm like, if I buy your Tide or whatever product you're talking about, and it means I'm going to be living in a hotel with like 7 people, I don't want your product. Like subconsciously, this we go to stuff that we like, oh yeah, look, there's Michael Jordan. He's wearing these Hanes underwear, and I want to be like Michael Jordan, right? So this is kind of where all that comes in. So you can't be mad at the companies because they want to control who reps their product.
No negative reviews ever when you started your brand? It's just too much for you? That's crazy. Who started?
That's not okay. I'm gonna let her continue. It's not crazy that they want to control the brand. It's called They have whole departments around marketing. Even within the company, they don't just let everybody go out and say what they want about the company. Real successful companies, the marketing division tells everybody what to say. They tell sales what to say. They tell operations what to say. If you're a regular employee, you work down there. If you're repping that company jacket, right? They don't want you talking crazy. They don't want you doing crazy stuff with your company. They only, even the people who work there. So unauthorized, that's a technical file according to the marketing department every single time.
It's a business and can't handle backlash. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, it's a smart business. Nobody like the difference between handling backlash and wanting backlash are two different things, right? We're gonna handle all the backlash that we get naturally because we're gonna do some stuff too. As a company, we're doing some bad stuff too. So I can kind of tell like you're kind of being unrealistic about like, and I get it. You're taking it personally. It is a technical file on your part though.
That's why I'm kind of appalled because I'm not doing nothing wrong. I literally stated that I'm not associated with the brands in that way. It's no different.
I know, okay. But anybody who goes and buys, they don't want none of like. They want to pick who reps their product. That's it. That's every level. That's at influencer level. That's at regular people level, right? Because you're not regular people. I don't know, man. I get what they're coming from, man. Because like you're saying a couple of very particular things, and I get your side. You're like, man, I'm just endorsing the product. I'm just a regular person. Except you're not a regular person. You are a brand. You are a brand, right? And like I'm just at the surface of this, so I'm gonna give you fair time to really look like to explain to me who you are. But I'm tired. This is off to a little bit of a rocky start here.
Find something at a store and they're just like, hey, I want to share this with y'all because I like it.
Yeah.
I don't get anything that I don't like or want to try to share with you guys.
I know, but it's you. It's not that you don't like it or you don't like it. It's that it's you. They don't want you. And that's a hard thing to take sometimes when they don't want you, right? It's a tough thing to take, but they don't want you. As much as you're like, oh, we're just a family, and that's true. Whatever, man. It's your lifestyle, and it's like, yeah, it's going to be judged. Whether that's right or wrong, it's going to be judged.
Guys, it's just simply that. It's nothing more than that. And I don't know. I try to, out of respect for the brands, just like delete the post after they ask me to. But it's also like, why? Why would I give up my opportunity for my growth because you can't handle the back?
See, think about it. Why would I give up my opportunity because it's my product? At the end of the day, it's my company. So I get to say, like, who reps my jeans? I get to say, it's like there's a reason Lululemon hasn't picked Meg Thee Stallion, right? Like you wear tights that like highlight somebody's butt. Who would you pick better than Meg Thee Stallion to rep that? But they don't pick Meg Thee Stallion because their brand is something else, right? They're even kind of struggling with anybody kind of Megan Thee Stallion, right? But that's their brand. A lot of people consider it wrong, especially people who wanted to buy their stuff. But they were saying these certain people, we don't want you wearing our stuff. That happens all the time, man. And it'd be particularly insidious. And you see like Lululemon and particularly black women in America have had some tussle, right? Because black women in America, like, they're like every other fashion. They like to wear the tights too, right? And Lululemon was kind of like, which is, probably mad racist or whatever. But, that's clearly like, I can't remember who it was. It's like I think it's maybe even like Tommy Hilfiger back in the day when Tommy Hilfiger was a big thing. And you know how it happens. Like a lot of rappers will start wearing your stuff because it's expensive. And they were like, yeah, we didn't make this brand for rappers. We didn't want you guys wearing our stuff, right? It's like when Jim Jones showed up at the Gucci shop and they're like, yeah, we don't want Jim Jones in here. We don't want your money, Jim Jones, because we don't want you walk around in Gucci stuff, because now that messes it up for our core audience, right? Like the people that we do want to buy Gucci stuff. We don't want you, Jim Jones, right? For a lot of reasons. And Jim Jones didn't understand that, and you're not understanding that either. But okay, we'll continue here.
Backlash of negative reviews. I get nothing but negativity and I keep going.
See, here's the thing. You get nothing but negativity and keep going because, one, y'all the resilient Jenkins. That's at the core of who you are, right? Getting some negative stuff and going forward with it, to which I have great respect for, okay? But your brand is going like, man, when you put your brand out, when you put your family out, and you know it, like, because I feel like you draw on kind of the sympathy, right? You do, right? You draw on it, and that's gonna hit with people in two ways, right? Either they're gonna love you or they're gonna hate you, and that's it. Like that's how that cookie crumbles out. So if you know, you got to accept the negative. Unfortunately, it went more negative, or not unfortunate for you, but that is still also the fuel that's keeping your online brand alive. Like I'm sure it's a lot more haters. Like it's the same thing with Amberlynn Reed, right? The same thing. It's mostly your haters that keep your channel going. It's not the people that love you. So I know it gets messed up, man. And like that's the whole thing. Taking all the negativity is really, really soul sucking. Like we've seen it for a lot of people can't take that online negativity, man. Like even big actors like Leslie Jones, like hilarious, absolutely talented, right? And Leslie Jones is a hardcore comedian. She can snap on people. So, but going back and forth in like comments was just too much negativity for her. So even she had to back away from it, right? And we've seen other people back away from getting all that negativity because it does suck your soul out. So I sympathize with where you're coming from, but that's the whole thing. Every brand has a right to say who they want to rep it. And I know it hurts when they're like, yeah, not you. Not you. But I tell you, it's the same thing if I go down to Gucci right now, right? If I go down to Gucci or Louis Vuitton or someone, they don't want me, right? They don't want me. They might not even want me walking into Mercedes Benz, right? Like, let's be real about it.
You can't do the same? Well, then I don't want to promote your brand as it is because you're not somebody who's worth promoting.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's a quick turnaround, right? You're not a brand that's not worth promoting because we want to be selective about who reps our products, right? Who is the voice of our products to other people? And that's something that I can tell you're absolutely struggling with here. But it's all right. Like it's absolutely okay. And like I said, I get that. But I'm just trying to dip in and learn who you guys are. So this is the first actual post I've seen. Oh, this is some more video. I want to watch some video on the family, right?
No, probably just because I haven't really been recording my process.
Okay. Looks like they're cooking up a little something here.
I have to like mentally just walk myself through the process because
you know, I'm just gonna say this here. I'm gonna say this here, right? You know, I'm not gonna say this, right? Okay, my sticking storage issue on my phone is annoying. Generally, I don't complain about it because what? Show more content. I don't. So struggling to learn. Okay, it is growth. Okay, I'm trying to see what she's cooking here. Looks like a lot of potatoes and some ground beef or ground turkey.
Well, currently I'm working with only one burner. I wasn't that smart when I bought the refurbished or whatever the frick it's called Ninja because that thing already went out on us. But yeah, I'm not complaining. I just mentally, it's just been a lot to try to record on top of dealing with it taking me.
This is a lot more seasoning than what I would have thought she would have put on here. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I wasn't expecting as much seasoning to go in here. Okay, breakfast for dinner. Okay, so you get some potatoes, eggs, yummy food. Family of 7. That's a lot of people, man. That's a lot of people. Like I don't even think I have 7 friends. I'm gonna be really honest with you guys, right? I grew up in I was a single child, right? A single child. Yeah, I was the only child, right? A single child. All children are single, I hope. So I'm not used to like having a lot of people around me. Like for a bunch of people in a hotel, that would trigger my claustrophobia, like way out the zone, man. Like way out the zone. 7 people, man. That's a lot, man.
Like 3 hours to make anything, it seems like. I swear when we move out of the motel and into like a place that has a full-size kitchen, I'm gonna be cooking everything in like 30 minutes, no problem. I would have a like chopped competition down, yo. But I can't speed up the process of anything.
All right, so this is what I guess there's some cheese on there. Is it egg? I guess it's some egg. I don't know, guys. It looks like some egg in there, some ground beef or something, and cheese and some seasoning. That's what I see here. Okay, I don't know if you guys see anything else. Okay,
Might get so hot, and I do use the air fryer, but I try
yeah,
really hard.
I be using my air fryer a
to use
lot
that.
too. I use my air fryer a lot. Yeah, you can't really cook. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's got to be tough living in a motel and still trying not to go out for fast food every day. I can absolutely see that struggle.
Because of, toxins and whatnot.
But anyways,
Yeah.
guys, that's why I haven't been sharing.
Yeah, a lot of stuff cooking inside like a small space is tough, man. That's really tough, right? You know.
Been quite a minute.
You know, I'm just saying, like, for a couple, man, I'm just saying, like, you know, hey, I better not. I'm not gonna say what I want to say so badly, but I'm gonna move on because I'm learning. Okay. Again, she's seasoning some stuff up here. Let's listen to what she's saying.
Actually, pot roast I made when I did some meal prep, and I made multiple meals this day. So when you catch
Oh, okay. I don't know what this.
one of my
that's that
favorite
double
tech
click
clocks
on.
is 7 p.m. Yeah, I really did start it at that time. I wasn't done cooking until like midnight this night. But this is generally how I like to do our pot roast. I like to sear it.
Oh, she's making a pot roast.
Seasoned. And then in that same pan, I add some butter and some mushrooms. I gotta cut those down really small.
All right, some butter and some mushrooms. Okay, I'm feeling what you're doing here. Okay.
Someone who likes to knowingly put mushrooms in my food. But if I
I don't really like pot roast, so I'm just gonna be really honest. I don't know. I don't know. Last time I've actually had a pot roast. Man, maybe I should do a pot roast myself. I don't know. Okay.
Nutrients on your family's food, what you doing? Now after I got that good mushroom gravy going, I generally like to add all of my vegetables at this time just because it saves me a step. But quite honestly, I'm gonna stop doing this and let the meat cook at least an hour before.
Yeah, because like the meat cooks at a different rate. Like if you got meat and vegetables, you can't put your vegetables in at the same time as the meat. Come on, that ain't even make any sense. You know that meat's gonna take all day, right? At least you're looking at several hours to get that meat like tender the way you want it, right? And your vegetables ain't gonna cook at that same rate, right? So you're gonna have vegetables that are way overcooked, especially the potatoes. Okay, so yeah, you gotta cook your meat first. Everybody, you gotta cook your meat first. I don't even cooking, and I know this much. Everybody knows this.
Beforehand and then add the vegetables.
Yeah.
But this time I didn't do that. I was trying to save time and I was just trying to make as much meals as I could. And it honestly still turned out just as delicious, so yeah.
So here I am just editing this video. My kids ran up and tell me that they're making Valentine's Day cards for everybody in their classroom. It resonates with me because that's only like 15, 16 days away, and that's my 30th birthday. I'm gonna be 30 in less than 3 weeks.
Wow, I really thought you were 106. I really thought she was like 106. I'm not joking with you guys. I thought she was 106 at least.
This year I want to actually spend some time and do something for my birthday, give a little celebration, so we'll see.
Again, a lot more seasoning than I had given her credit for, but I'm also not going to lie to you guys. I did not think she was going to be 30, man. I'm telling you, having a lot of kids, this take a lot out of you, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Okay.
Portion of people are just going to tell me that, hey, you just recorded this just to say that you did it. But, I really do actually like to do this, and I'm particular with my laundry. Ideally, I'd have a laundry room and I would have like a sink in the laundry room so I could do this process all in the same room. But this is how I make do with the motel situation. Nothing to be weird about. We all wear clothes. So, what you saw there first. Yeah.
Well, okay. I don't know what's going on. Is this the washing process here? I got to understand what's going on here, guys. Help me out.
That's underwear, which I like to hand wash for a number of reasons. Next up was the socks. I do like to pre-wash the socks. It's like what I would be doing if I had a washer that had like a pre-soak option, but I kind of just do that in the tub instead, which as you can tell.
Man, I'm telling you guys, now I'm starting to see some stuff. This is a lot of work. This is a lot of extra work, guys. Like, I might back up off of her, man, because I don't even like to wash clothes in the regular washing machine. That seems like a tragedy to me.
It's pretty necessary. The socks get pretty dirty. Now, I meant to do the body towels first, but I did the cleaning rags next, and that's okay because I did wash the tub in between. You can slow down and watch the process. I really didn't cut much out. And if you saw, I put some laundry sanitizer, some dish soap, and I think a little bit of laundry soap in the cleaning rags when I was cleaning.
I mean, you gotta be exhausted. You gotta be exhausted after doing this.
That because they were coming out pretty nasty this time around. Usually I go like at least 2 rounds, but yeah, 3 for this time because, like I said, they were coming out pretty nasty, and I wanted to make sure They're going to come out a little bit cleaner because this may make you grossed out, but I'm going to wash them with the salts. I did order a bunch of rags to use as my doo-doo rags, as you like to call them. And I ordered some nice soft pink ones for our face. And if you notice, then I hand wash the face rags and I hang them up to dry. Yeah, that's just a little bit of how I like
Man, this is a lot of work right here. I don't know. I guess that's what you got to do, man. Really, if you have that many children, and I guess there's question, because I guess people always be coming at her questioning, you know, are kids being well taken care of? Are they clean? So yeah, man. I mean, but I'm telling you, man, like I'm giving her a soldier salute on this one, man. Like that is a lot of work to do laundry. I wouldn't do that much work on laundry, man. Like I'm just being real. So all right, so this is my first real foray into their actual page, getting the milk right from the teat, as it were. So I just want to kind of like work my way in on the resilient Jenkins and start giving my actual like thoughts on this situation, man. And it's a lot, man. It's a lot. And she's opened my eyes up to some stuff, man, that I didn't think about. Like, you know, I've never had to stay. I've never had to stay long term, in a motel, right? Never in my life. Only for like work stuff, or staying at a hotel. You're at work, out of town for a week or whatever. I had one job where I used to have to travel all the time, man. So I was always staying in like, not the worst, but they weren't the greatest, and like eating there. So you have to eat out all the time, right? But like it was a lot. It was difficult, man. Because like you leave, I can't really store food, so it's a whole challenge, man. So when people hit this level in their lives, yeah, it's definitely tough, and I'm trying to be respectful of that as well. But this is my first time dipping in on them. Give me your thoughts, and hopefully we get some people coming in on this channel. It's a new channel going straight to streaming, but look, I'm